What's up, guys? Today I'm training the back, as you can see. Are you ready? Let's do this. Yeah. One thing is very important on the back training. First, anatomical posture. Remember, anatomical. Always chest up, shoulders back. When you're training the back, the most important thing is to retract the scapula. Now I'm going to show you what that's like. No matter what exercise you're doing for back, you're going to do the same principle, retract the scapula. Here we go. You see that? My scapula is retracting. When I pull my shoulders back like that, with any back exercise, you're going to bring the shoulders back. Bringing it back, retracting the scapula. That's what makes those back muscles contract. So whether I'm pulling down, I'm going to retract the scapula, pulling back, or whether I'm pulling straight forward, I'm going to retract the scapula, pulling back, or I'm bent over, I'm going to retract. The key is retracting the scapula. Watch again. I got 60 seconds between sets. Remember, 60 seconds rest between sets. Oh yeah, that's good. Another important tip. When you're doing the exercise, not only am I keeping my chest up, I have to make sure that I bring the elbows back as far as I can, really driving back hard with the elbows. So that's what makes me have to touch here with the chest. Now if I do not retract my scapula, here's what happens. If I do the exercise and I'm basically trying to touch my chest without retracting the scapula, I'm pulling back, but the shoulders are not moving. So you can do an exercise with your back by pulling and not retract the scapula. You can see that? I'm pulling here, but the scapula and the shoulders are not retracting. So you got to make sure you create this motion when you do back training. Pulling and retracting, just like that. All right, I'm going to change to a close grip exercise because you can also do close grips on this, and I'm going to show you what that's like. Very good. Another important point when you're doing your back exercises is always keep your chest up. Don't let your chest drop. Even though I'm stretching, when I go forward, I allow my shoulders to come forward to stretch, but I stretch without dropping. So when I'm doing an exercise, I'm not coming forward and dropping into it. I'm coming forward, let my shoulders stretch forward, but I'm keeping my chest up. Stretching and returning. Stretch and return. One more time, watch. I'm going to do it improperly. I'm going to do a couple things improperly and see if you catch them. All right? Here we go. See, I'm not retracting my scapula. Watch. The other one is I'm going to let my chest drop. I can't even do it. I can't even do it properly. I'm so good. But the idea is you'll see people doing all kinds of things like that in the gym. Don't let your chest drop. Always pull, chest up, retract your scapula. All right? Exercise number 2. Let's go. This is called seated rows. Whether you're doing these sitting on the floor, the principle is always the same. You're going to be in an upright position, kind of a seated position, and you're going to be pulling in. You're going to pull in toward the abdomen. or toward the chest, wherever the machine allows. This time you're going to pulling in more toward the sternum. Pulling in. You notice two things I'm doing. I'm keeping my chest up, and when I stretch forward, I'm letting my shoulders come forward without dropping my chest. Staying straight, pulling back, retracting the scapular first. So the first thing I do to start the exercise, I start with the scapular, the shoulders, pulling from there first, and then I pull in. So it's kind of a, there. It's real subtle, but I start by pulling my shoulders back. With all back exercises, you don't start by pulling with the hands or the arms. You start by retracting the shoulders. Bring those shoulders back and then pulling inward. All right? I'm going to bump up a little bit of weight, and we're going to do set number 2. Good. You'll feel this in not just the muscles of the back, but also the muscles in the traps, because when you bring the shoulders back, you can work in the traps, the muscles in the mid-back, also the lat muscles. So you're getting a really good stretch when you go forward. Shoulders coming forward. As you begin, retract scapular, pull really back, really hard. It's time for my challenge set, set number 3. Good. Whenever you're doing a challenge set or your heavier sets, make sure that your form stays exactly the same. The tendency is to try and cheat, to give your body a little bit of an assist. It doesn't need the help. You really want to make those muscles work hard. Exercise number 3. All right, those are one-arm dumbbell rows. Same principle, retracting the scapula, except we're doing them unilaterally or one-sided. Now I use my bench for support because when I'm using just one side of my body, I want to stabilize the other side the best that I can, so it minimizes the strain on my lower back. So again, watch. My weight is not on this side. My weight is a 3-point position, so my weight is balanced between those 3 positions. When I take my dumbbell, I'm pulling up, I'm bringing it, and I'm making sure that I bring my scapula back. So I start my dumbbell exercise with my shoulder. Remember, always start your back exercise with your shoulder. Bringing it back first, and then coming in, and bringing it as far as you can. So that's the idea. Bringing that shoulder toward midline, right back here. There. And I change to the other side to let you see what it's like on both sides. But that's called one-arm dumbbell rows. All right, second set. Good. So, chest stays up. Always anatomical, my back as flat as possible. So I do the exercise, I gotta make sure my back stays flat. I'm not arching, make sure you don't don't round your back like this. Flat. So you're going to kind of arch a little bit. Make sure that you're going to keep the body straight. You don't want it to be moving. You don't want your torso to move when you do exercise. It's up for the stretch. Last set here. Another thing I just realized that I'm doing is I'm using a little bit of momentum to start. It's called a ballistic movement, which means when I start, I'm going to use a little bit of a pull, kind of using a little bit of momentum. So now yank it from the bottom. So it's kind of a. I start with a little bit of speed, and I slow it up and try and touch here. Try and bring up here just a little bit of a touch, but I start at the bottom with speed. That's the idea. All right, let's review. 3 exercises I showed you for the back. The first one was wide grip pull downs to the front. I don't do them to the back. You'll see people pulling down to behind the neck. I don't like doing that because too many people do it improperly, and there's a risk of injuring the shoulders or maybe the upper back, because most people don't do them properly. So I didn't want to get into trying to show you that one, because without watching you'll probably do it improperly. So I did pull down to the chest, touching anatomical posture. I did close grip, same thing, pull down to the chest and stretch and relax. The second exercise was a seated row. Here, bring it in, again forward and back, anatomical and stretching. And the last one was the one-arm dumbbell row. I do 4 sets of each exercise. 8 reps for the first 3 sets. And my last set, I'm pushing for 8. That's my challenge set, my 3rd and my 4th set. So your last 2 sets, your 3rd and 4th sets, should be the maximum effort, especially your last set. It should be as many as you can do. If you can do 8 repetitions on your last set, increase your weight. So 4 sets each exercise, 12 sets total. It'll take you about 25 minutes with a 1 minute rest between each set. About 25, no more than 30 minutes. All right? That's it. Great back routine. Hope you have a wonderful day today. I'll see you next time. I'm out. Bye.